Hello and welcome to Swindon Till I Die, episode 5. I'll not lie to you, I didn't expect to do 5 episodes in the first season, but we have been so good that we are in the Leasing.com Trophy final against Man City under-23's. Now, obviously last time you saw us was the penalty win over Arsenal in the semi-final, so I had to come back for this. Just had to. After that, we did have a 2-1 defeat against Mansfield, which was not ideal. I mean, like I say, we had a bit of dip in form in January. Just more draws and losses or anything like that. And it continued into February. We picked it back up again a wee bit. Though recording a loss, as I say, that loss against Mansfield. But we then followed it up with a 1-0 over Forest Green and 1-0 over Oldham, which I tweeted about at the time. Oldham had turned things around under Stuart McCall to the point where they're all the way up at the dizzy heights of 18th. Dizzy heights. But, you know, they're safe from relegation, but they were the favourites for that game. And we still managed to come away 1-0 winners, which was nice. And it's nice that obviously Oldham are not looking like they're going to get relegated this season. I don't think it's possible at this point. There's only 5 games left, certainly for us. I'm not sure where they're up to, but probably not far away. We lost away at Stevenage. That was a little bit disappointing, I'll not lie to you. But it was like we just couldn't make it happen. And I do think that one of the things I need to look into is a proper striker. I did extend Jayasimi's loan. Probably a little bit earlier than I should have done, just because of how well he had been doing, but his form has dropped off, and for whatever reason, I cannot get Doyle to score goals. I mean, when I had him at Oldham in FM18, wasn't a problem. He could hammer them home, no problem at all, and in real life, you know, I think I said in one of the previous episodes, he'd been recalled by Bradford, but then was back with Swindon, so, or is now back with Swindon, and he'd been banging them in there. I mean, yes, he hadn't had the starts, maybe he'd been mostly playing as a sub, but if you're not going to score goals when I bring you on as a sub, you're unlikely to secure a first team place. So overall, very disappointed with how he did. I think that his loan will not be renewed. There doesn't seem a lot of point, really. Bender's loan we did renew. That's pretty much an important one. He's been pretty damn good. There's no question about it. 54 games, 35 conceded, 28 clean sheets. I mean, that's pretty solid, really, let's face it. So, obviously, he's going to stay on as number 1 goalkeeper. There are obviously other things to look at in terms of the squad, and it's too early for me to be really talking about that. I'll probably just come back and tell you about it afterwards. But like I say, Stevenage we lost to. We beat Crawley 2-1. That was a decent result. We played quite well. And again, Jayasimi and Woolery scored for us in that one. And then we drew 2-2 with Walsall, which was, again, a little bit disappointing. It was one of those. We went 1-0 up, they equalised, then they went 2-1 up, and we equalised a minute later. But we couldn't do anything after that. I mean, 19 shots, 11 on target, but just couldn't score goals. Doyle, again, not making it. Jayasimi playing out on the wing, didn't have a great time. And that's kind of part of the problem. We're a little bit short of firepower up front. It's nice to see Landolo score. He doesn't get a huge number. He did spend a lot of time as a sub, but he has been holding on to his spot a little bit better. But as you can see, he's still got some development to do. He's not really, I think, ready for League One. I mean, he's barely ready for here. But like I say, his form of late has been pretty decent. And that's why he's holding on to that spot, which is great. So it does mean, of course, that he plays on the left and Kane Woolery, when he's available, plays out right. I mean, we had to rest him a little bit. Again, because of how many games he's played. He got a little bit knackered, which is understandable, but like I say, it's nice to have people up front who can score goals, but like I say, we need definitely a central striker who can really pull off some magic, I would suggest. So, I mean, Bender had a terrible game there. It's not like Bender to have a bad game, but he did. And maybe that's part of why it was only a draw. So, if we go back here, there we go. That brings us up to date. And like I say, today's game is the final of the Leasing.com Trophy. And we'll talk about where we're going to be or what we're going to come back for after the match. Okay, it is Swindon at home. No, we're not. It's Swindon at Wembley for the first time in this save against Man City under-23's for leasing.com trophy final, which is fantastic. What isn't fantastic is Kane Woolery's suspended, so he's not in. Tyler Reid's suspended, so he's not in. So we've actually brought in McGlashan, who, well, he hasn't played that many games for us this season, unfortunately. He did all right in the FA Cup, and he's not done too bad in terms of his 1.5, I guess, appearances. So pressure's off him, really. He's not had the starts to bed in or, you know, have the opportunity we need, but it is what it is. We need a player in that position. It was either that and play JSME out there and put Ian Doyle up front, which I don't think there's any point in that, unfortunately. The other problem we got is we've got a few injuries in defence. So we've actually got young Taylor Curran in, who's only made 6 appearances, and he is one of the youth players. He does have some potential ability for this league, perhaps, but yeah. Not the strongest first choice, but we will work with what we have. Bender and goal, back 4 of Friars, Zakwani, Curran and Marin. Defensive midfield, Molina. Central midfield, Doughty and May. Left wing, Landolo. Right wing, McGlashan. And up front, it's JSME. So, there really isn't a lot of... He says, make sure to go out there and win this final for the supporters, according to John Ward. I mean, we could try that. That feels like... yeah, go out there and prove to everyone you're winners. Nah, yeah, fans. Give the fans. Well, they all listen keenly, that's good. Quality finishing. Take control of the midfield. Solid defensive work. Well, I don't know why you're confused, Bender. But it's nice that Zakwani is motivated, because you are our captain and you are pretty much, well, the heart of our defence at this point. You're probably going to have to carry young Curran a little bit, who of course is not entirely, you know, match sharp, should we say, at 57%. Nevertheless, we're going to do the best we can. Like I say, there's no real pressure as far as I'm concerned. It's nice to get to Wembley in your first season, but without a few of our first team choices, and obviously playing with the squad that we started with. Obviously, I brought in Molina and Marin, but outside of that, everybody is pre-existing. So, kick-off time. Swindon in the red with the white shorts. Man City in the sky blue. And as always, oh, look at that, I called it directly on 0-0. We shall be playing. It's a Man City kick-off on full match. I should probably put us down on cautious to start with. We are... just going to double check that. Yeah, we are going to try starting out. I've put it as control, but technically it's possession. It's the same sort of thing, I guess. Keep hold of the ball. But bearing in mind that City have had all the ball at the moment, and they're just passing it around, looking to make some space. We are defending. I don't want to shout at them yet. Foden puts the cross in. Zakwani clears it. Molina. Landolo. Molina again. Looking to create something. May puts it out for McGlashan. Here's his opportunity to shine. Throw in at the City end for Swindon. I know I shouldn't get too excited, but still. Marin with the throw in. JSME keeps it in. Marin again. McGlashan. May. Nobody can take a shot. Molina. Oh. Tries to put it there for Landolo, but it was not happening. Well, this is pretty good. We're not looking half bad. Grimshaw for City. Finds McGlashan. He's already impressed me. Molina now. Doughty. Puts it over for McGlashan. Doesn't make it. Harwood Bells. Grimshaw. Come on, Swindon, close them down. I wonder if we are... There we go. They always say you shouldn't do that if you're only playing one striker, but I like to give him a fright. Seems to help sometimes. May on the ball, finds Doughty. May's been good. I don't think I've extended his loan yet, but I might try it. He's been solid. Landolo on the left wing. Puts it in the middle for Doughty. Molina puts it out wide again, but not a great ball. I still don't want to shout yet. We're only 4 minutes in. Seems a little early. Wright Phillips to Rogers. For City. They pull it back for Wright Phillips again. Oh, he finds Antuna, but he's offside. Nice. You know what? I'm going to go on to key highlights. We haven't had a shot on, but then neither have they. Oh, Foden with a free kick for City. Puts it in. Oh, it's just wide. Let's see if we can get creative. I'd like to see us do a bit better. I think we're capable of it. Oh dear, May's been booked. At least he's getting stuck in. You know what? We are doing alright, but I just want to have a look at stuff here. We are doing the low crosses because poor old Jersey is not the tallest fella in the world, I think. Either that, or was it his heading? I forget these things. Yeah, his heading's not great, and he's not super tall. He's just a little bit tall, but we've gone for low crosses. I wonder if, just to give us some more options, we mix them around a bit, but I also wonder if we should be crossing early. Anyway, ooh, we could be playing for set pieces too. Because of who we're up against. I'm going to sneeze now. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm going to try and cut that out. Let's hope I remember. I don't think I remember to cut out the last thing I said I was going to cut out, so. We're going to keep it on mixed crosses and carry on. And I'm going to suggest we show some passion. Marin's got booked now. Ooh, Wright Phillips is injured. Corner, Doughty to take it. Zakwani, oh, just wide. Zakwani's been solid. Oh, yeah. DiMaggio, Wright Phillips has picked up a knock. Well, yeah, they're dominating us, there's no question about it. Although we have had the better possession. I do wonder, though, if I need to go onto our pressing. John Ward, make sure they go out there and win this final for the supporters. That's easy for you to say, mate. Make sure they do it. Yeah, go on then. Let's go win it for the fans. But you, Jersey, you are not doing particularly well. I am not happy with your performance. Oh, I'm not happy with your performance either. I'm really not happy with your performance, but I can't really blame you. You've not really had much game time this season and you're not much sharp. Well done, Doughty. May, you're better than that, so I'm just going to calmly tell you that I'm not happy with your performance. Molina's doing alright, but your passing's a bit wayward, old son. Zeki Friars, he's not performing at his best. He's a superb player in my opinion. Calmly, I'm not happy. Zakwani is motivated. I'm going to calmly say I'm not happy. Seems to be working out alright. Taylor Curran. I'll cautiously say it. You only listen keenly. And Marin, I'm going to assertively say I'm not happy. I don't want to make any subs just yet. I want to give them half a chance. I'm also going to change over to the pressing tactic because that always seems to do a little bit better for us. But it's one of those things, if I start out pressing, it doesn't do so well. If I start out with the control tactic and change to pressing, we do better. I guess because the opposition has prepared for our, first choice tactic, perhaps. I don't know what the reasoning is. But nevertheless, let's go. I'm going to say get creative. Oh, we missed a shorter passing. Okay, come on, Swindon. Let's do this. I'm going to demand more out of you. There we go. That's focused. Molina with the corner for Swindon. Oh, looked like somebody was going to get on it. McGlashan. Oh my goodness. Rogers on a counter-attack for Swindon. He's got a player in front of him. He's going to go all the way. And it's off the post and cleared. Simi now with the opportunity to counter-attack. And he's taken down by Robinson. You know what? It's almost 70 minutes and who's the worst of the worst? Well, that would be Landolo. Keshi Anderson can come on. Keshi Anderson in real life has been doing better, I believe, but he hasn't had the games for us, so like I say, he's been doing quite well. Simi's picked up his game a tiny bit, but I've only got Scott Twine as an option. That's the thing, we're a bit weak up front. 20-year-old Scott Twine, finishing of 8. 2 stars potential ability. Potentially 3 stars potential ability. Potentially. Hui. I think Curran needs to come off, which means Joe Romanski is going to come on. Who is also... He's got a lot more potential. And he's good at decision making. So you know what? We'll do that. Even though, yet again, another youth player. That leaves us with one more sub to make. I could bring on Rob Hunt for Antonio Marin. And I'm going to. That's how we're going to go. Rob Hunt, again, Marin's been keeping him outside, but I like to play Marin's. Oh, you know what? I should do that, shouldn't I? Let's do that instead. I don't like that he's on a yellow, though. That's the only thing that concerns me. We're going to move Marin into central defence. And we're going to bring on Rob Hunt instead of Romanski. There we go. So, we still technically have one sub to make. Leiden's in there. Do we bring on Leiden for Adam May? How does Leiden like to be... What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You know what? I'm going to leave it for a minute. And see how it goes. But Hunt can score... There we go. Whoops. Get creative. Come on, Swindon. Now's your chance. JSME. Come on. Pop up and just score one of those fabulous goals. He's up 6.5 again. Oh. Hunt with a free kick. Oh my goodness. May got pushed. It's a penalty. Swindon have a penalty. Doughty to take it. Oh, I can't watch. And he places it. It's 89 minutes and Swindon are 1-0 up. You're probably sick if you're a City fan, although you're judging by the crowd, you're probably not present if you're a City fan. I'm not even sure if you're present or if you're a Swindon fan. Has Wembley ever been so empty? We're 1-0 up. I don't want to touch anything. We're 1-0 up. And we won it! Look at that, it's full time. Swindon won. Man City under 23's. First bit of silverware there. Thanks to a bit of dodgy defending by City. We had 5 shots, 3 on target, 63% of possession, which was good. To their 14-4. Sergio Molina getting man of the match. I have been pleased with him as a signing, even though his overall doesn't necessarily reflect how well he's done. But pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that performance, and very, very happy with winning that trophy. That's really, really good. So let's go congratulate the lads. Like I say, I didn't really expect us to win, especially being short so many first team players, and I kind of expected City under 23's to be better. I know they were out without 1 or 2 players, but still. But yeah, nobody gave us a chance. Congratulations. You were amazing. Okay, let's finish up with a little review. We get 100k for that. Lee Power, I'm sure, will be chuffed. I can't remember how bad our finances are. Nah, they're pretty bad. That's fine. I'll be playing some big teams in the pre-season to hopefully give us a bigger chunk of change to see us through. We won it. Key player was Sergio Molina, of course. But yeah, we won the leasing.com. I don't think I won the checker trade at all in FM19, and I spent enough time down in those divisions. So, again, to win this in the first season is pretty awesome. I'm trying to see where they actually said what our... that's the medals. Congratulations to all you medal winners. Yes, we brought glory. Apparently, we were 110 to 1 preseason odds for winning this, and it's the first time we've won it. So I know it's a bit of a Mickey Mouse trophy and all the rest of it, but that's nice. It's nice to win it. So, and obviously the board are very happy. Because, yeah, it's nice to bring in some silverware in your first season. And I think, yeah, scrape to victory is probably right. It's not like they were amazing either, but still. But thank you, Sergio Molina. Bonuses are paid out. Anything worth looking at here? I think that's it, really. But yeah, very, very happy. Very, very happy with that result. Very, very good. If we're going to have a look at the schedule in terms of when we'll be back, there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games left in the season, so I will probably come back for the Macclesfield game. We're pretty much promoted. Part of me doesn't want to bother coming back at all. Part of me wants to come back at the start of next season and go, look what we did! Here we are in League One. So don't be too surprised if that happens, because I kind of want to play through and get on to rebuilding. But we'll see what happens. I might do it. I might come back for Macclesfield, but I'm not making any promises. Like I say, you might be, next time you see us, might very well be League One. Anyway, if you enjoyed that as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Football Manager videos. And I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.